Day 54. Internal and external spirituality. There are two kinds of spiritual people, those who are internally spiritual and those who are externally spiritual. Those who are spiritual externally seek God by reasoning, by the things they imagine, by long periods of consideration in which they go down many avenues of thought. These people endure pain to obtain virtue. They delight in talking about God. They delight in being very fervent in love and even in being skilled in prayer. They are seeking to obtain greatness by doing things. They believe that God abides close to them only by their doing the above-mentioned things. This is the way of beginners. Experience has shown that many believers, even after 50 years of this external exercise, are void of God. They are also full of themselves, having nothing of the true spiritual man except the name. But there is another spiritual man, the one who has passed beyond the beginning and walks toward the inner way. Such believers withdraw into the inward parts of their spirits and relinquish everything about themselves into the hands of God. They have forgotten and despoiled themselves of everything, and not only things, but themselves. You can be sure that such people have also passed through a great deal of tribulation, and all of that tribulation came to them because it was ordained by His hand. In everything they have denied themselves. True, they are still subject to temptation, but out of temptation and tribulation come infinite gain. It is God who fights the battle from within them. There is no news that causes them to overabundantly rejoice, nor is there any news that fills them with sadness. Tribulation cannot unnerve them, yet they have a holy fear before the Lord, resting only in their communion of heart with Him. To the contrary, whatever external efforts we employ to know God, these will produce little or nothing. We cannot do anything of ourselves, that is, nothing except things that are miserable. But what of the inward way? The inward way is a centering of the whole being in a loving manner in the divine presence. There the Lord operates. It is by Him that virtue is established. It is by Him that desires are eradicated. It is by Him imperfections are destroyed. The believer has entered into the chambers of His Spirit, and there he lives in spirit. Without those great efforts of struggling, he finds himself free, freed from so many things which the external way simply can never release him from.